I grew up in the Philippines and I was raised in Australia for most of my life, but for a couple of years in my childhood I was able to live there with my grandparents from 7 to 9 years old, and I got to see firsthand what it was like to have friends that were street kids and who had even immediate family that were living in poverty. So those were my friends. Those were the people that I hang out with when I was a kid, and it really made a lasting impact on me. I know a lot of them now as adults to this day with their own families. I've always been like a big sister to them, and I still personally contribute to at least 8 families every month, but I wanted my business to do more than that. I wanted my business to help the wider community in the Philippines. We're really lucky in Australia and in the Western world that there are governments and charities that are helping people who are homeless or in poverty, but in the Philippines there is really no one there, so that's why I wanted to start there. I wanted to add more meaning into what I do. I love making women feel beautiful. I love making products that I make for me that other women will also benefit from, but I really ultimately wanted to make a difference in the world in some way. I think just growing up and watching my grandmother, who was such an activist and a humanitarian and a very strong businesswoman, she was able to do that all her life, and that really made an impact in who I am. So I always knew that one day with my business I would make a difference, and I wanted to start now. The initiative that we're taking is basically giving part proceeds of the production cost of the product straight to these grassroots charities, including SOS Children's Village.
In order to make a difference helping end poverty, you really need to see firsthand their reality and understand underlying causes and the complexity of living in the poverty cycle. The only way to immerse myself was to meet some of them in person. I got on a plane to take a real insight on the kids I was helping as part of this campaign. I landed in Manila, a population of 100 million people, with 25% of the population living below the poverty line. I headed straight to the local markets to buy more clothes and school supplies and toys for the kids.
I hope that I can leave an impact to these orphanages, because I know that a little bit goes a long way, especially in the Philippines. So that's my number one priority, is being able to make a contribution and be able to track how these orphanages are going, and just to show my fan base of loyal customers where their support is going. So the Kiss Poverty Goodbye hashtag is really just a movement that I want to create about the fact that you can buy a product that is going to help end poverty in some way. So this is just one of the things that we've been doing, and so I think it's important now that we let our customers know that we are a brand that really cares about the community. We care about what we do as a brand and what impact we have in the world.
Coming up next, I meet the kids at the orphanage and some street children who we found in dire circumstances.